Listen, Larry, Linda, listen. I finally got I finally got YouTube and Facebook all together. Let me see. I want to make sure I'm on the Facebook. Yes, I'm on Facebook and I am on YouTube. I am on both at the same time. Hallelujah. Come on now. I am on both at the same time. I am so happy. I had to look at the YouTube video and to learn it, how to do it. Yes, I am on YouTube and Facebook. Come on, people, join the Zoom link. Come on, we're going to do this. We're going to talk about the Bronx, baby. We're going to talk about the Bronx. I am on both. I am so happy. Ooh, my God, my God. We gonna, yo, I'm ready to start to mute some music. Are y'all ready? Matter of fact, now I got let me go to YouTube and I'm gonna send this to my family. Come on now. This is good. I got both on at the same time. I'm gonna fix the caption later on YouTube, but I am so glad I am on live. Hold on a second. Let me go to my YouTube and everything. I am on live. Come on now. This is awesome, awesome, awesome. I am on both, baby. Come on now. God is great and greatly to be praised. I'm trying to find my go to my channel, videos, live. Let's go to live. How come I don't see it here? Hold on a second. Let's see if I can take a picture. And I can copy and paste the link and I can send it to my family. Yes, yes, yes. Copy link. I am literally on live. Hold on a second. Where to share? What I'm gonna do it this way. I'm very smart. I'm going to put the YouTube link in the Facebook Live so that I can see it on both. Please join Zoom. Just click into the link. Please click into the link. All right, my beloved brothers and sisters, click on the Zoom link and you can able to join me on live and everything. Let me see if I have any participants. I just want this to have an interactive conversation. Copy link. Let me get this to my family. Once again, I want y'all to pretty much. Okay, copy. I got ways of sending stuff to my family. Okay, let me see. I am literally on live, but I don't know what's going on here. What's going on my... Yes. I am on live on both. Yes. But I'm gonna start play some music, you know what I'm saying? I'm act like I'm DJing a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna have this conversation. Come on. Bronx people, let's join this. All right. Let's play some music, shall we? We're gonna start off playing on KRS-One, and I'm gonna play a little MC Shan talking about kill that noise. You know what I'm saying? Let me see.
You are listening to Mixologist Radio.
Hold on a second. Let me see if I got my earpiece on. Hold on a second. Let me see if I have my virtual DJ connected to it. All right, I'm playing it now.
Yo, what's up, Blast Master KRS?
Like I said, click into the link.
Word. Yo, what up, D Nice?
Yo, what's up, Scott LaRock?
Yo, man, we chilling this funky fresh jam.
You are listening to Mixologist Radio.
And due to the fact that no one outside there knew what time it was, we have to tell you a little story about where we come from. South Bronx. The South Bronx. South Bronx. The South Bronx. South Bronx. The South Bronx. South Bronx. The South Bronx.
Many people tell me this style is terrific. It is kind of different, but let's get specific. KRS-One specialized in music. I'll only use this type of style when I choose it. Party people in the place to be. KRS-One attacked.
Yes.
You got dropped off MCA because the rhymes you wrote was whack. So you think that hip-hop had...
Let's go to Zoom, y'all. Click in Zoom so we can have a conversation.
If you pop that junk up in the Bronx, you might not live, because you're in
South Bronx. South Bronx.
South Bronx.
Come on.
South Bronx. South Bronx.
You are listening to Mixologist Radio.
I came with Scott LaRock to express one thing. I am a teacher and others are kings. If that's a title they earn, well, it's well deserved. But without a crown, see, I still burn. You settle for a pebble, not a stone like a rebel. KRS-One is the holder of a boulder. Money folder. You want a fresh style? Let me show you. Now way back in the days when hip-hop began, with Coca LaRock, Kool Herc, and then bam, Beat Boys ran to the latest jam. But when it got shot up, they went home and said, damn, it's got to be a better way to hear our music every day. People's getting blown away, but coming
we're gonna have fun,
anyway.
y'all.
They tried again outside and see the park. Power from a street light made the place dark. But yo, they didn't care. They turned it out. I know a few understand what I'm talking about. Remember Bronx River, rolling thick.
Bronx River, baby. Come on.
Chill out on the mix. When Africa Islam was
come on, join Zoom. Just click in the link, y'all.
Was a kid named Flash.
Let's talk about the Bronx, baby.
Projects. Casanova all over. You couldn't stop it.
We got Facebook. We got YouTube in it. Come on.
Taking out these toys.
Yeah.
I didn't hear a peep from a place called Queens. It was 76 to 1980. The dreads in Brooklyn was crazy. You couldn't bring out your set with no hip-hop because the pistols would go. So why don't you wise up, show off the people in the place that you are whack? Instead of trying to take out LL, you need to take your homeboys off the crack. Cause if you don't, well then their nerves will become shot. And that would leave the job up to my own Scott LaRock. And he's from
South Bronx.
The South Bronx.
I'm ready to mix it, y'all.
The South Bronx. South Bronx. The South Bronx. South Bronx. The South Bronx. South Bronx. The South Bronx. South Bronx.
Yeah.
The South Bronx. South Bronx. The South Bronx. South Bronx. The South Bronx.
I said, the bridge is over, the bridge is over.
Yeah.
The bridge is over, the bridge is over.
You are listening to Mixologist Radio.
The bridge is over. You see me coming in the dance with the flipper sensei. Down with the sound called BDP. If you want to join the crew, well, you must see me. You can't sound like Shan or the one Marley. Because Shan and Marley, my rhyming like the gay. Picking up the mic, man, and don't know what to say. Saying hip-hop started out in Queensbridge. Saying lines like that, man, you know them can't live. So tell them again, me come to tell them again. Go on. Tell them again, me come to tell them again. Tell them again, me come to tell them again. Go on. Tell them again, me come to tell them. Manhattan keeps on making it, Brooklyn keeps on taking it, Bronx keeps creating it, and Queens keeps on faking it.
Warning. 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 Devastating to your ear.
Rhyming is a thing that I do at will. Be glad to rock a party just to prove my skill. J.U. Ice is what I'm getting with the style so fresh that's self-explaining. Never write a rhyme, I don't live that way. But when I get dissed, violators pay. I'm a crowd motivator, see annihilator. Never front the move cause I'm not a perpetrator. I don't really mind being criticized, but those who try to make fame on my name, guys, rhymes of all styles or categories. From fresh freestyles to real fly stories. The jam is dedicated to you and your boys. And if you knew what I knew, then you would kill that,
Devastating to your ear.
I devastate the crowd while the record spins. So-called competitors have no wins. I laugh at MCs who call me whack. You ordered, and now I'm gonna serve you, Jack. We're respected by all, treated just like kings. How could you have the nerve to say such things? If you knew at the time what you were saying, you wouldn't be on your knees praying. You gotta understand I'm not the average MC. At the first sign of trouble, grab a mic and please grab the mic. Plug in the beatbox jack. Prepare for the battle, then proceed to wax. Way as much time I feel is ample to duff an MC to be made example. This goes for all sucker MC jumps who hear my name and suddenly Kool-Aid pump. So if you think about dissing me, better think twice. Cause next time, but I won't be so nice. You can come all alone and bring all your boys, but if you knew what I knew, then you'd kill that.
Not only does America have a very serious problem, but our people have a very serious problem. America's problem is self-destruction. Get it for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Get it for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Get it for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Get it for self-destruction.
Well, today's topic, self-destruction. It really ain't the rap audience that's bugging. It's one or two suckers, ignorant brothers, trying to rob and steal from one another. You get caught in the mid. So to crush that stereotype, here's what we
Come on,
did.
let's join
We
Zoom,
got
y'all.
ourselves together so that you could unite and fight for what's right. Not negative cause. The way we live is positive. We don't kill our relatives.
Pop, 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 when it's shot, who's to blame? Headline, front page, and raps the name. MC Delight here to state the bottom line. The black on black crime was way before our time.
Took a brother's life with a knife as his wife cried cause he died a trifling death when he left his very last breath. Was I slept, so watch your step. Back in the 60s, our brothers and sisters were hanged. How could you gang bang? I never ever ran from the Ku Klux Klan, and I shouldn't have to run from a black man, cause that's
Self-destruction. Get it for self-destruction.
What you know about going out, head west, head legs, CB, jump in the headrest. Trying to live it up. Rock jewels, big truck. Beach all glittered up. Stick a kid, nigga, what? Jig with a cut. Sip Chris, spit it up. Hoes rock, get your nut till I can't get it up. I'm a big man, get this man room. I done hit everything from Cancun to Grand Tune. Why you stand on the wall, hand on your balls? Lighting up drugs, always fighting in the club. I'm the reason they made the dress code. They figure out what and why when I'm in my fresh clothes. Dresses, I suppose, from my neck to my toes. Neck full of gold, baguettes in my rolls. Rec shows, collect those extra O's. By the E, get the key to the Lex to hold. East, West, every state, come on, bury the hate. Millions, the only thing we in the heavy to make. Whether from the X-Friend, intellect, or bins. Let's begin, bring this BS to an end. Come on.
Bad boy. Yeah. You make me feel so good. Bad boy. You make me feel so good. Yeah. You know you make me feel so good.
That's what we do.
Bad
Come
boy.
on.
I wouldn't change you if I could. I wouldn't change you if I could. I wouldn't change you if I could.
You can't understand, we be Waikiki, sipping DP to the TV, look greedy. Little kids see me way out in DC with a Z3 chrome BBs. They wanna be me. Niggas talking shit, they ought to quit. Fortunate, they don't see a fourth what I get. And those be the same ones walking while I whip. Just started seeing cars cause they auction it. So while you daydream, I'ma say they gleam. And I deal with hoes that pose in Maybelline. One time you had it all. I ain't mad at y'all, now give me the catalog. I show you how daddy ball. 6 cars of power to 5 big stars. Sit up CEO style, smoking on cigars, nigga.
You are listening to Mixologist Radio.
People with short money on that.
You are listening to Mixologist Radio.
This will be the last music, y'all. And we're going to start the dialogue.
While the MC rap, but if you
come on, let's join Zoom. Get the link, y'all. Click in the link.
I'm not an MC who talking all that junk.
Come on, let's click into the link. Let's click into the Zoom link, y'all, so that we can have the conversation. Let's talk about the Bronx. Click into the Zoom link.
She's a skeezer.
I like to let my rhymes flow. He's why the doubly matters. Always. You got to share.
I be the person looking. Step by step, make. Cause we can see I can. Pack a 9 in my bed.
You are listening to Mixologist Radio.
Yeah. Oh yeah, come on. Let's join Zoom, y'all.
Show love, oh yes, son. I'm talking to you. Wanna get with me with no money? Oh no, I don't want
no. Playing a little bit of music before I start, y'all. Let's join the Zoom, y'all. Let's join the Zoom. Let's have a conversation. Yeah. Come on, y'all. My finger must have hit that button. My bad. Come on, let's go on Zoom, y'all. I want to see some participants. We're going to talk about the Bronx, baby.
Let's get it from Crotona in this dancery. Got your open, now you're sloping, so you got to dance for me. Don't need no hateration, holleration in this dancery. Let's get it percolated while you're waiting, so just dance for me. Come on, everybody, get on now, 'cause you know we got to get it wrong. Mary J is in the spot tonight, and I'm a
Happy birthday to Alicia Keys.
Come on, baby, just party with me. Let loose and set your body free. Leave your situations at the door, so when you step inside,
let me find a song, Alicia Keys. Come on. We can play at least one music from Alicia Keys, because today's her birthday. Let me see if I can mix it.
Yeah, I'm out at Brooklyn. Now I'm down in Tribeca.
Yeah, come on.
But I'll be hood forever. I'm the new Sinatra. And since I made it here, I can make it anywhere.
Happy birthday to Alicia Keys, y'all. Today she's 45.
Pull me back to that McDonald's. Took it to my stash spot, 560 State Street.
And I'm gonna end that song right there.
Cruising down A Street, off-white Lexus, driving so slow, but BK is from Texas. Me, I'm out that Bed-Stuy, home of that boy Biggie. Now I live on Billboard, and I brought my boys with me. Say what up to Top, still sipping my top, sitting courtside, Nixon Nets give me high five. Nigga, I be spiked out, I could trip a referee. Tell by my attitude that I most definitely from.
This is for you, Alicia Keys.
With OG at a Yankee game. Shit, I made the Yankee hat more famous than a Yankee can. You should know I bleed blue, but I ain't a crypto. But I got a gang of niggas walking with my click though. Welcome to the melting pot. Corners where we selling rock. Africa been by the shit. Home of the hip hop. Yellow cap, gypsy cap, dollar cap, holla back. For foreigners, it ain't fit. They act like they forgot how to act.
We're gonna start soon, y'all. Like I said, go to Zoom.
Half of y'all won't make it. Me, I got a plug special and I got it made. If Jesus paying LeBron, I'm paying Dwayne Wade. 3 dice CeeLo, 3 card Marley. Labor Day parade, rest in peace, Bob Marley. Statue of Liberty, long live the World Trade, long live the King, yo. I'm from the Empire State. Welcome to the bright light, man. Lights is blinding, girls need blinders, so they can step out of bounds quick. The sidelines is lined with casualties who sip the life casually, they gradually become worse. Don't fight the apple eve, caught up in the in crowd. Now you're in style, and in the winter gets cold, in vogue with your skin out. City of sin is the
This is the last song, y'all. And then we're gonna start the pump.
She got a bust out, everybody ride her, just like a bus route. Hail Mary to the city, you're a virgin, and Jesus can't save you. Life starts when the church in. Came here for school, graduated to the highlight. Ball players.
We on live on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. All right, I'm gonna start the music. Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me go to whatchamacallit. Put my picture up. All right. Put my video up. All right. Here I am, YouTube. I think I'm having issues with my yeah, I'm having issues with my YouTube live. I think because of the strength and what have you. But know what? The show must go on. The show must go on. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, YouTube family. It seems like my thing is running slow. Hold on a second. Okay. So good afternoon. Good afternoon, Facebook and YouTube family by way of Zoom and Facebook Live. You understand? Welcome to Let's Have the Conversation. I am your host, Ernest Lee Filmore-Spellman. Thank you very much. Truly appreciate it. Truly appreciate it. Y'all too kind. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Once again, I'm your host, Ernest Lee Filmore-Spellman. And today we are coming from you live, Facebook, Zoom, as well as YouTube. I'm having a little issue with YouTube, but we're going to fix these kinks. You know what I'm saying? It took me a while. I was supposed to start at 1 o'clock, but unfortunately, I was having technical issues and everything. But I'm here, though. I'm here, fam. I am here and what have you. Hold on a second. Let me see if I'm still on. All right. Let me move this a little bit this way. Hold on a second. Nope. Okay. Yes. Once again, I'm on. Let me see if I'm on. It's just that the strength is not all that great, as far as the YouTube. It says error. YouTube is not receiving enough. Okay, it's not receiving enough space to maintain smooth streaming, such as viewer will be experiencing buffering. So I'm going to be experiencing buffering on the YouTube part and what have you. So, but I am on YouTube and I am on Facebook Live and what have you. So yes. So today's topic, YouTube family, this topic is close to home, you know what I'm saying? It's the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? Today we're going to talk about the past, the present, the birthplace of hip hop, and Old Timers Day at Crotona Park. Your fond memories at Old Timers Day for those who go to Old Timers Day and what have you. Hold on a second. It's saying that I'm having no internet connection. Let me see. I just want to make sure I'm having internet connection. I think I still see myself communicating. Past, the present, the birthplace of hip hop. Okay, I'm still on. Just want to make sure I'm on my phone to see it. See like I'm still moving and everything. But yes. But yes, we're gonna talk about the past and the present, the birthplace of hip hop, Old Timers Day at Crotona Park. When it comes to the Bronx, right? This is not just a borough, right? This is history for us. You know what I'm saying? This is culture, right? This is resilience. This is creativity, right? And this is community, right? The Bronx gave birth to hip hop, but it also raised generations of leaders like Colin Powell, and others people who was in the Bronx. I remember when I was in high school, right? Mr. Cunningham, my gym teacher, I did not know Mr. Cunningham, the gym teacher, was the crazy glue guy. You know that the guy who did put the glue and he was hanging on his helmet? That was my gym teacher, Mr. Cunningham. And I remember my gym teacher, Mr. Barons, said that he had Luther Vandross. Luther Vandross is another Bronx native. Chief Justice Sotomayor, she is a Bronx native. You know what I'm saying? And you have countless of other people who came out from the Bronx. Jennifer Lopez, the lady, I forgot her name, who was on that TV show, Scandal. I forgot her name. Her name escaped me, but there are countless of others who have came out of the Bronx. You understand? And we still have Bronx finest had come out the Bronx. So when you're talking about the birthplace of hip hop, we're talking about go back to DJ Kool Herc back in Cedric Avenue. We're talking about the Zulu Nation, African Bambaataa. We're talking about Grandmaster Flash, the only DJ that received the Nobel Peace Prize and what have you. So we have generation of leaders, artists, mothers. We got mothers up in the Bronx. Come on, shout out to the mothers. Shout out to the mothers and the fathers and the survivors. I'm going to give it up to y'all, man. That's right. I salute fathers and mothers and survivors. I salute y'all, man. I get big ups to y'all in the whole nine and everything. So today it's not about debating. Hold on a second. Am I? Okay. Yeah, today isn't about debating. We're not going to have a debate today. It's about dialogue, right? It is about, honoring our elders. You know what I'm saying? My parents, they weren't born from the South. They were born in Greenville, North Carolina, a county called Pitt County. But my father, he didn't stay down south long, but he moved up to New York and with my grandmother, and they started in Harlem, and then my grandmother moved her way up to the Bronx, and everything. So my parents, they from the South, but me and I'm one of 9 kids. You know what I'm saying? We were born in the Harlem Hospital, but our place, our address, was the Bronx. So, am I technically a Bronx native? I would say yes. We were all born in Harlem, minus one. Matter of fact, everybody was born in Harlem, Harlem Hospital. But yes, but when it comes to our address, it's all Bronx all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Today, we're gonna talk. We're gonna honor our elders, our patriarchs, our matriarchs. I know, for me, I honor my late dad, who's no longer here, my grandmother, who's no longer here, and I honor those who were leaders in District 9, like the likes of Thelma Boyd, the late Curtis Johnson, who else? Libby Tingman, those patriarchs, and I honor my mom. She's still holding the fort down in the Bronx, in the Mauritania section of the Bronx, when it comes to stuff and everything. She's like the last of the Mohegans, you know what I'm saying? Today we're going to listen to live experience. That's why I want y'all to go to Zoom, so that we can have the dialogue conversation. I want to hear from y'all. Go to Zoom. I have yet to see anybody on Zoom, but I would love for y'all to go on Zoom so that we could share, live experiences and everything. Like I said, y'all can just click onto the link. You could just go to the caption of, above this video, right? And just click into the Zoom link and just go to join meeting, and then you'll be live. I want to hear from y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't want to be the one doing all the talking. Today, I want to hear from y'all, Bronx natives. Even though you're not a Bronx native, I want to hear from everybody. Go to my Zoom link and let's have the conversation. So we're gonna talk about I want to listen to y'all live experience. When I was growing up in the Bronx, it was wonderful to me. You know what I'm saying? I live in various places that I can recall. Like I said, I was born in Harlem, but my address was Boston Road. You understand? Boston Road, and then I remember living in Boston Road, and then we moved to Tinton Avenue. Remember Tinton Avenue? I used to live in Tinton Avenue with me and my mom, my dad and my mom, and me and Betty. We moved there. Uh, Christine was born. My sister Christine and my brother Billy, the late Billy Fillmore, he was born there, and we all moved out from Tinton Avenue. We moved to Clay Avenue and everything. I remember going to Clay Avenue. I was riding on the bus to go to CES2 in the Bronx, between 168 to 169 Fulton Avenue. We went there, and also I have a little experience going to PS 70. And I remember they had changed my school just for the year, but I thank God I came back to CES2 because I love CES2. I'm gonna share some, no cap, a funny experience when I was um at PS 70, right? So those who have went to PS 70, right? That's just why I want y'all to come on Zoom, because I know there's somebody that went to PS 70, right? So in the I would say, was it the late 70s? I would say the late 70s, perhaps early 80s. When was I in kindergarten? I think I was probably like, first grade. I was there from I think September, and then and then my mom finally brought me back to CES2. But I remember in Bronx PS 70, right? That was where Clay Avenue was at, where Claremont Park and everything, close to 174 and everything. I never forget when every time I used to go in the inside the front doors of PS 70, there was a big painting of Martin Luther King. But the way that painting looked, it was so scary, right? I was young, and no cap, I was crying every time I saw that picture. I literally cried when I saw that picture because that picture looked like a giant monster of a head. I used to cry, and every time I would cry, my dad and my mom, they would get that call, and about their son crying and everything. Yeah, but I was crying, but nevertheless, at that time, I developed strength to not to be afraid of that big picture of Martin Luther King. I remember visiting Bronx 70. Don't you know they removed that picture? Because I think I'm not the only one was traumatized by that big picture of Martin Luther King and PS 70 and everything. So that's why I say I want y'all to have a come on Zoom. Y'all can just click on to the link, and I want to hear from y'all live experience on Zoom. I want to hear from y'all. Y'all can just easily click on the link. Those who born in the Bronx and those who didn't born in the Bronx, and you had family members in the Bronx, and y'all used to travel to come from whatever boroughs that y'all came from, and y'all had spent a couple of days, and I want to hear from y'all stories about the Bronx and everything. So that was one of my funny stories about the Bronx. That big picture of of Martin Luther King, and I was afraid of that picture and everything. But also I love about the Bronx. I used to always love going in that tunnel on 174. That is where like almost close to Jerome Avenue, where you take the D train, right? And above is the Grand Concourse. You understand? It was the Grand Concourse, and I love going there. Let me see if I can pull up a Google search map. Maybe I can show y'all. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can go to Google Maps and do what you call a street view and everything. Let me see if they have Google Maps here and everything. Like I said, yo, join in on the conversation. You know, I had a late start, you know, because I was having technical difficulties and everything, but I'm so glad that I am on live in living color and everything. This computer is very slow, and I got it hooked up on the Ethernet too. Okay, maps. Let's go to maps. Let me see if I could just type in 174, and I'm going to try to do like a screen share. You understand? But yeah, that was my experience up in the Bronx and everything. And I remember we moved from Clay Avenue. We moved to 1309 Washington Avenue. Let me see, 174. Let me type in PS70 or backspace. Come on. PS70 Bronx, New York. Let me see. Come on, pop it up. This computer is running slow. I think it's called the Max Schofield School now. Is it? This computer is running slowly. Like I said, please join the Zoom link. I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear about your Bronx experience. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear about it. You understand? I want to hear your live experience, right? And I want to hear, you know, and building bridges between generations. You know, I'm no longer in the Bronx. I'm in Long Island, but I still have remnants of people up in the Bronx, like my siblings, my mom. She's still up in the Bronx and everything. Every time I come in the Bronx, you know, it feels like I'm at home. But a lot of my people who I grew up with, they moved away. You understand? They developed lives and everything, which is understood. You know, you're not gonna stay, you know, forever where you are. I'm here in Long Island and what have you. You know, it is what it is and everything. So yeah, like I said, I just want to hear from y'all about y'all experience up in the Bronx and everything. So like I said, so whatever you watch from, right? I want to invite you to lean in, right? Open your heart and join the positive conversation, my beloved brothers and sisters. We're going to have a positive conversation. You understand? Let me see if I can add somebody. Um, Let me see if I can add on Copo, right? And let me see if I can copy the Zoom link and give it to. Okay, boom. What's going on with my phone here? Trying to tag somebody. But like I said, I want to hear you from your experience, your Bronx experience, right? I want y'all to drop in the comments, what part of the Bronx you're raised. You can go into the comment section, whether on Facebook or if you want to join me on Zoom, you can drop what part of the Bronx you were raised. I was raised in the Mauritania section of Bronx, right? I'm going to put Mauritania section of the Bronx. You understand? Yeah, I don't know why it's not allowing me. Okay, I think I did. See, I was from the Mauritania section of the Bronx because my family and we moved around and everything. But like I said, we moved to from Tinton Avenue to Clay Avenue. When I was at Clay Avenue, once again, I was going to school at CES2, and then they moved for some reason. I think my parents or school official want me to be at PS70 because that was the closest school. But my mom and dad decided for us to go back to CES2. We used to ride the bus, the big yellow bus from Clay Avenue to Fulton Avenue, from Fulton Avenue to Clay Avenue, and everything. So yeah, I had a good time up in the Bronx. Let me see if that. Yeah, my computer is just acting up slow. I don't understand. I don't think I'm gonna do the that part. Hold on a second. Yeah, I just delete the map because for some reason my computer is just acting so slowly and everything. So, yeah, so that's where I was from, the Mauritania section of the Bronx, you know, and a lot of history. So I remember the 1977 blackout. You remember the 1977 blackout? I remember that so vividly, and I never forget. My mom had an accidental burn on her hand. She had wax on her hand, and then she was rushed to the hospital because of the blackout. I never forget. I remember a lot of people were breaking into stores. They were looting. I remember the 1977 blackout. I remember I think around about that same time, 1977, 78. I think it was 1977 blackout, and I remember the blizzard of 1997, 1977 rather, and yeah, we had a big blizzard back in 1977, correct, right, to be exact. Right now we having snow. Is it a polar vortex? Who knows? And so forth and so on. But let me see if I'm still on YouTube. It says YouTube is not receiving enough to maintain smooth streaming, such as viewers. You will be experiencing buffering. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm at a disadvantage with the YouTube and everything. But it is what it is. It is what it is and everything. But at least I know I can have both Facebook and YouTube together at the same time. It took me a hot minute to figure it out. I figured it out and everything. So like I said, yeah, I remember the 1977 blackout, and also I remember um, when my family and we moved to 169 Washington Avenue, 1309 Washington Avenue. I never forget that. And when you move into the 9, boy, there was an initiation rite from the people from the 9. You know what I'm saying? I tell you. But we passed the smell test. And one thing about my dad, he didn't play with his when it come to his kids. He never played that. I don't know why. Hold on a second. It's mine. Just want to make sure that my audio is working. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Yeah, I think my audio is working. Turn up your volume. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Okay, it's on. It's on. Just want to make sure. You probably see me moving slowly on Facebook because I have like Facebook and YouTube, you know, live and everything. So hold on a second.